Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, I'm playing a series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. Hopefully by the end of this review, I'll be feeling like $1,000,000. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? Well, it happens to be my my Killer's Confession shirt. One of a few that I have. I'm actually going to be seeing these guys in a little over a month now. What's Killer's Confession, though? They are a metal band. Most famously, the lead singer, this guy right here, a guy named Waylon, he was one of the former lead singers of the band Mushroomhead. And after his, time with that band ended, he went over there and wanted to keep doing music, started up a new musical project. That's where we got A Killer's Confession, a.k.a. AKC. I've been fortunate enough, I've seen AKC perform a few times now. They're a really fucking awesome band, and it's been really cool getting to watch them evolve and sort of transition into what they are now. Starting off, it was definitely a little bit of a different vibe, and as time has gone by, I think especially Waylon, as he's been more willing to embrace, his Mushroomhead roots and stuff, just been willing to, kind of throw all in with that. And man, they're just an awesome fucking band. Like, I can't say enough good things about them. Really nice guys too. I'm fortunate enough, I had a VIP thing. I met them one time. But anyway, I've got videos of their performances I've attended. They're on the channel, just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as their music goes, because I think they're an awesome band. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? $1,000,000, eh? Well, folks, yeah, so it turns out, I only kind of happened upon this just really by just pure happenstance. It turns out that Burger King, of all places, they went over there and they did a little contest, which was called the $1,000,000 Whopper contest, where they had fan submissions from all over the country for Whopper ideas, snazzy Whoppers. And, well, they finally released them. There were 3 finalists that were released. Boom! I'm reviewing one of them today. This specifically comes via Kelsey from Nebraska, which is not where I would have expected this particular Whopper to come from, is the Mexican Street Corn Whopper, which consists of a 1/4-pound flame-grilled patty, creamy street corn spread, lettuce, tomato, crunchy tortilla crisps, and spicy queso. I mean, it sounds delicious, and if you watch my channel, you might know I love, Mexican street corn stuff. Huge, huge fan. And again, it's so weird that this comes out of Nebraska, because, they come out of, Chicago, because that's, one of the places where, it's a fairly synonymous dish. But hey, good on you, Nebraska. Let's see if Burger King did you right. Okay. I mean, it looks like a Whopper at the moment, so... Alright, let's put the thing down there, and then let's get a thing for the thing. It looks like this. We'll kind of... Let's give it a go. Alright. Okay. 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 Got a little bit more of it that time. The initial bite was really just kind of a Whopper with some tortilla crisp. I mean, it's okay. Like, it's got that kind of like, ooh, it's like a south of the border Whopper kind of deal. Who was it? Wendy's. They did like a spicy nacho burger earlier this year. Kind of gives me a little bit of that vibe. Here's a big problem I'm running into with this. I'm really not getting like a Mexican street corn vibe from this. I mean, there's definitely some corn in there. I don't think I'm getting enough of it. That's the thing. Like, with everything else that's going on, I would say the Whopper tastes like a Whopper. It's fine. The tortilla chips are fine. They add in a little texture, a little extra tanginess. It's fine. Every now and again, I'll bite into a piece where I get like a proper kind of amount of that queso and that, I guess, Mexican street corn spread or whatever. And I get a glimpse of promise. And I'm like, okay, that's it. That's what I'm looking for. But the problem is that it just fades out, and like, this is one of those ones. I'm not against tomatoes and lettuce on a burger. In fact, I like them on a Whopper. But this is one of those instances where it's like, I feel like that they were, like, oh, let's put those on there because, it's implied almost on a burger. Plus, it'll help kind of, build it up a little bit, fluff up the burger itself. I really feel like the tomato and the lettuce could have not been on this burger, and it would have allowed the rest of the burger to kind of shine through a little bit more. See? Okay, there we go. That right there was the first bite I've had of this where I really felt like it was somewhat representative of what it was supposed to be. And yeah, there's a little bit of a spicy queso kind of vibe. Not very spicy, but a little bit. And then there's something a little extra behind it. And you, like I said, you do get a little corn in there, so you get a little bit of a textural difference. I mean, I like the idea of this burger. I think that's great, but the execution is not very good. And yeah, I mean, I guess there's a little bit of a chili aspect to it. I mean, I kind of get what they're going for with it, but I'd be lying if I said I felt like they nailed this one. Alright, well, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yes, caveat, sort of ish, big caveat. Here's the thing. Am I going to get this Whopper again? Yes. But here's why. At some point, provided I can get it in while it's available, I'm planning to do a re-review on this one, a redemption review. Because, and I mentioned this in the past with Burger King, the Burger Kings in my area are extremely hit or miss. And the one that's closest to me is more miss than hit. But sometimes they're on point, and sometimes I can't be fucked to drive the extra distance to go to the better one. This is one of the ones that I got from the kind of iffy one. And I'm wondering if I go to the better one at some point, if I'll get a better result out of this. Because, again, I think the idea works, though I will say, even at the most, when I was getting the most out of it, I don't know how much Mexican street corn flavor, I was really getting. But again, yeah, I do feel like this one might be a little bit of production error in terms of the way that it's being presented. But it might not be. It might just be that that's all it has to offer. If that's the case, then yeah, it's not anything special, but there are at least some nice ideas there. Uh, and if I'm recommending it, I mean, I really can't recommend it based off of this. Again, hopefully, once I have a better sample size and I do the redemption review, I'll be able to kind of swing it a little bit more one way or the other. But as is right now, I wouldn't recommend it. Like, it's nothing bad about it, but it's just the flavors that should be there, that should be expressed, especially for something, where you're calling it the $1,000,000 Whopper challenge. First, get rid of the fucking lettuce and tomato. Okay, like, just drop it. These are supposed to be premium fucking burgers, right? From Burger King. Ditch the filler shit. Just put in the good stuff. And I mean, again, I'm not shitting on lettuce and tomato. I like it on a burger, but for something like this, if you ever see like really nice like snazzy craft burgers and stuff like that, ones with like really interesting ingredients and shit, their lettuce and tomato are never on those because you want to focus on the stuff that's really meant to be the highlight. That's what needs to be the case here. But yeah, so this is one of those ones. Give me a little bit of time. Hopefully later in the week I'll be able to get out to the better one at some point, and we'll see. Maybe there'll be more to it. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there episodes of truly Mexican street corn-tastic rest of your life, because Mexican street corn is fucking amazing. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world. Excuse me. Not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole, trust me. Whew. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what would your idea for a $1,000,000 Whopper be? Because like I said, they did get 3 of them, and I fully intend to get all of them in at some point. And I love the idea. I think, like, especially for fucking Burger King, who tend to be a bit stagnant when it comes to new ideas.